Hey, I hadn't done a live in a long time, and I just wanted to get on here and see if anybody was on here with me tonight, because I never do lives, and so here I am. We're going to make a omelet. We are going to make some cinnamon toast the way my mother used to make it. And so I'm just going to wait on here till some people get on. Hey, Davina Gibbs. Where you from, darling? Good evening, everybody. I'm so excited to be live with you tonight and to see what all's going on. I got to do something today that was so special, and I just want to share that with you. Something I have never done before. It's not, I'm going to make us an egg omelet in just a minute, a cheese omelet, and we're going to make some cinnamon toast, and I've already cooked all my bacon up. Y'all, it is so crunchy and crispy. You're not going to believe this, but I cooked this for an hour. I had it on 3. I mean, it is really crunchy. All right, I've got on my britches tonight that's got leaves all over them. And we're going to cook some omelet for supper. It's raining again this afternoon, and I'm proud that it is because I sprigged all that grass. Good evening, Susan and Robbie and Teresa and Rose and Patty and Carolyn. Thank y'all for being on here with me. I appreciate it. And there's Jody. And Judy. All right, y'all got any questions for me? You people that are just coming on, this is Cooking with Brenda Gantt. That's who I am. And for those of you who are new and have never seen me on a live before, I was married for 50 years. I've got 2 grown children, and they both have families of their own. So that's kind of who I am. I'm a Christian. I live in Andalusia, Alabama. I love people, and I love to eat, and I love to cook. And I've got to always have a cup of coffee in the morning. That's a must. So that's kind of who I am, and I love to do different things. I do a lot of gardening. I love flowers and plants, and I kind of live in the woods. Got big old trees and stuff all around me, so I always like those. And so today we are going to go ahead and get started with cooking our omelet, but I am going to show you something that I did, and I'm very proud of myself for being able to do it. Well, I'll just go ahead and show you now. I mean, why wait, huh? And then we'll do our omelet. I already got my everything just about ready anyway. I have never taken an art class, ever. In school, we used to draw some little things and do some little things, but I've never taken a real art class, okay? Just, you know, you take art in high school, you had to learn all the artists and how they did, and learn all this art history, but as far as just painting something, I never have. So today, my friend Kitty and my friend Julie and I went to Opp, Alabama, and we took a little watercolor class together. It was from 9 o'clock in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. Like to wore us out. But we had a lunch break, and we went and we ate some Mexican, and I got the fajitas. I love fajitas. They're so good, and I cleaned my plate. I got steak fajitas, and they got some kind of something, I don't know what they got. But anyway, I was proud of what I got. And our teacher's name was Liz. And she told us the reason they called it watercolor is because you're supposed to just have mostly water on your paper. I mean, so here's one of the things I painted, and I accidentally tore the top of it. So You'll have to forgive me of that. Let me see if I can hold it down where you can see. In case you don't know what that is, that's a pear. But it was fun to do, and we enjoyed doing it. And Julie's pear looked different from my pear, and the teacher, her pear looked different from our pear, and Kitty's looked different. And it wasn't about if we knew how to paint a pear. It was for our expression to come out. So this was fun. And when they put some blue tape around it to make you have a little border. And then when I was pulling my tape off, it did that. And I don't have any glue here at the house, so I'll get me some glue and kind of do like that. And maybe you won't be able to tell. What y'all think? You think I did all right for a first-time pear painter? It was fun, y'all, and it wasn't about getting everything perfect. And it wasn't about whether Julie's pear or Kitty's pear or my pear looked the best. It was just fun doing it. So there's the pear. Now the other thing I did was this one. And I don't even know if y'all can tell what this is. That's supposed to be a cabbage in the middle with a few carrots just hanging around on the counter and a beet. This was my little garden thing I painted. And I know that I should have brought those leaves and brought them on up just a little further. And all, I don't know. I didn't sign any of them, but I'm going to sign them tonight because they're my first ones. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited that I got to do this and have fun with my girlfriends. And I needed a break, y'all. I really needed it. And it was a fun break. And so another thing I did today was a first. Now, you people who have lost your husbands like I have, you know, husbands, they're so good about doing everything, like putting gas in the car and doing stuff around the house, and just, they're so good at it. They're our men folks. I love them. I'm glad that they help. But I had never put on a toilet seat before. Well, here's the funny thing. Y'all still watching? Here's the funny thing. One of my toilet seats at the Cottle House broke. It literally broke. And when I realized it, it was early in the morning, so I called Walmart to see if they had some toilet seats. They would not answer the phone. It was way past time for them to be open. It was probably 7:30 or something like that. They opened at 6. Nobody would answer. It didn't matter which department I picked. Nobody in Walmart answered me. So I panicked because I had guests coming in and I needed a toilet seat. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, what in the world am I going to do? So Betty and Mary, this is what I did. I went in my guest bathroom. My bathroom. Well, not my bathroom, but the guest bathroom. Because I have a really nice bathroom in there. And I took that toilet seat off of my own guest bathroom. I washed it good. And I carried it right over to the Cottle House. And I put that toilet seat on. Took the other old one off and put the new one on. But here's the problem. I was laying in the floor. I had a screwdriver in this hand and wire pliers in this one to hold that little bolt still where I could screw those little things out. I couldn't do it with my fingers. I wasn't strong enough. I finally got my toilet seat off of my toilet. And I still don't have one in my guest room now because I hadn't had a chance to go buy one. And if I call Walmart to see if they've got any, they may not answer me. They didn't this morning. Why would they tonight? So I may have to go to somewhere else and get it. But anyway, so I've had an exciting day. And for you people that are just coming on, I went to a little painting and watercolor class. I tore my paper, but there it is. And I painted a little pear. I think it's okay for my first one. You can tell it's a pear, can't you? And then I painted a little vegetable garden, and that's supposed to be a cabbage right there, but I shouldn't have had these leaves on it. It would look better if I just had it like that. But I didn't know, y'all. I didn't know. And then I had 2 carrots, and then 2 carrots down here, and that's a beet. And we went out to eat and all that. But anyway, I've had a great day. So let's cook us some egg omelet. I've got some good eggs from Hannah's house, my daughter. In case y'all don't know, I have a daughter. And we are going to turn that light around where you can see. We got our skillet right here that I fixed to turn on low. And I think I'm going to do 2 eggs. And I'm going to make me an omelet for supper because I had that, I had the Mexican for lunch. It was real good. I got those fajitas. They were so good. They were hot. And so, anyway, when our teacher, Miss Liz, she was the sweetest pie. And you should have seen some of the stuff she painted. Oh, my word. It was absolutely beautiful. And even if I never get there, it's okay. I had fun doing what I did. Beat your eggs up real good, y'all. When you're beating eggs, you don't stir eggs like that to beat them up. You whip it. And that puts air in there, okay? Now, I don't put milk or water in mine or anything like that. All right, so I'm going to put a little pat of butter in my skillet right here. That much. A little pat. Do it around. Like that. I've already grated me a little, I got some sharp cheese. A lot of times when I do an omelet, I put a lot of stuff in it. I put mushrooms and peppers and all kinds of stuff. All right, so what you want to do is put this, let me move some stuff where y'all can get up a little closer and I'll put you down in it. How about that? You can't see good, can you? Can you see down? Can you see? All right, put your eggs in there. And get you a good spatula. I've got this one. It's one I've got. It's not my favorite one, but it's one that I can use if I need to. Y'all staying with me now? Y'all probably already know how to fix the omelet, don't you? Well, we just use this one. Okay, so here's what I do. I'm going to turn it on. I've got it on about 7. And I am going to I'm going to crumble me some bacon in it. Like that. I'm just going to crumble about 2 pieces in it. I'll leave the other 2 plain. All right. I'm going to sprinkle me a little cheese in it. And that's all I'm going to put in mine. Now, you could saute onions, you could saute mushrooms, or whatever you would like in yours, okay? All right, so now what we're going to do is tilt our skillet. We're going to tilt it. I'm going to tilt it this way. And kind of pull up on the sides a little bit like that. And we'll turn it down a little bit. It may be too high. All right, so now we're going to tilt it this way and let that egg go all down in there. So you want that loose egg to cook. Like that. And then we're going to make our cinnamon toast. I love cinnamon toast, and I'm going to show y'all how Mama made it. For us. We didn't make it in a toaster. We made it in the oven, and I'm going to show y'all how it's done. And it's going to be good, y'all. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over to the other thing, okay? Let's get you down there where you can see. All right, now we're going to see how I've been doing my skillet up and down. Now I'm going to take this side, and I'm going to flip it over to this side real gently. And there is my omelet. I'm going to leave it in there another second or two just to get my cheese all melted. That's going to be so good. See, 2 eggs made a nice size omelet, don't you think? Don't you think? Y'all think so? Are you getting hungry yet? Are you getting hungry? Look, all right, there we go. All right, let's put it on our platter. I can see all that cheese melted in there. Oh, my goodness, it looks good. All right. There's our omelet. Now, let's quickly make our cinnamon toast to go with it. Let's set it right there. Put my bacon on it because I'm going to eat it kind of on the side. All right, so what I've done, I'd rather have that old not good for you white bread. But I didn't have any. But I did have 2 pieces of just some Italian bread, and it'll work. It'll work. Here's how you do it. Your children are going to love this. Now, I always leave my butter out on the counter. It's soft. Look at that. See there? I don't refrigerate my butter. Now, when I use this up, then I will get out a new thing out of the refrigerator. I only leave out one thing at a time. So you want a good bit of butter on there. Like that. Okay, and smear it on real good, all right? Get your other piece and do the same thing. And I use real butter. I don't use fake butter. I got the real deal right here. I like to use all real deal products. Do y'all? All right, so the next thing you're going to put on is your sugar. So, I don't know how much sugar to tell y'all to put on. What I do is I just kind of sprinkle some on, okay? So, I'm just going to sprinkle it a little on like that. What's going to happen? When I cook it on broil. And when I do that, this sugar, that's plenty. I don't need the rest of it. This sugar will kind of like crystallize and crunch up. Now get your cinnamon. And you sprinkle that on the top of that. Are you going to come out, fella, or not? Woo! Well, y'all might have known it. Let me do it like this. Maybe that'll work better. Yes, Lord, that works better. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to put it in the oven on broil. And we're going to get it hot. And while we're doing that, we'll talk a little bit. It won't take it but a second. It won't take it but a second. So let's see who. Tracy's here. My mom made cinnamon toast in the oven too. I still make it that way for my grandkids. Good for you, darling. How many of you, is there anybody on here tonight? Do you have a set recipe for rolls? Yes, I do. It's in one of my recipe books. Y'all, I've written 3 recipe books, and they are down-home country cooking, simple, 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 delicious, delicious, delicious. Each recipe has a picture of what it's supposed to look like, and it's a colored picture, too. It's hardback. You get them at BrendaGanttBook.com. That's where you get them. The first one was called, It's Gonna Be Good, Y'all. The second one was called Linger Around the Table, y'all. And at the beginning of every chapter in this one, I painted a picture. And the last one is Live Each Little Moment, y'all. You know why I named those things that? Well, the one reason was this. Life is made up of little moments. Now, we have some big moments. Like when somebody gets married, or when the first grandbaby's born, or somebody gets pregnant, or you go on this marvelous vacation that you've never been on before, or something like that. Those are the big moments. But what's life made up of, really? It's the little moments. The little times you get a hug from your grandbaby, or the time you drop the cake in the driveway on Christmas Day. Or just crawling in bed with your husband and feeling how good those sheets feel. Those are little moments, but aren't they precious? Aren't they precious? Well, that whole cookbook, that last cookbook, is what that's about. It's ready. See how it's hot and bubbly? That's all you want. You don't want to get it hard or anything like that. And that. The second cookbook is Linger Around the Table, y'all. And it is, I think in America today, look at that. Now, what? That's fit for a king. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at that. That looks so good, doesn't it? I wish you had a bite of it. The second book is Linger Around the Table, and here's what I say on that. I'm a big advocate of sitting around that kitchen table and having another cup of coffee or glass of tea or glass of water, whatever you happen to be drinking, and talk to each other. I'm a big advocate on don't put your phone on the table. We're not doing business right now. We're going to sit in here and we're going to enjoy each other's company and we're going to bond. And that's being lost in America today. So many people can't even get off their phone long enough to talk to their own families. I mean, it's pathetic, isn't it? So I hope that y'all aren't doing that. And that first cookbook, I've got some of the best recipes you'll ever see. And now I am working on another book, and it's a coffee table book. It is this big. It's got 253, I think it is, pages in it. It's going to be talking about rooting plants. It's going to be talking about, I've got some recipes in it, not many, but some, tons of colored, beautiful pictures, all kinds of information. And it's got some scripture in it and some devotions. It's got tips. I'll give you one of the tips that I put in there. It's about 4-poster beds. Now, you know as well as I do, when you go in a furniture store or an antique store, and you see all these beautiful beds, if you see a 4-poster bed, don't buy it. Not unless you're ready to work. And here's why I say that. A 4-poster bed, before you know it, you won't even see the post. Because if you put it in your bedroom, everybody wants to throw their coat over it, and their hat over it, and their pajamas over it. And before long, you can't even see it. So when George and I married, at one time in our life, we had one, and I swore I'd never get another one. But he said, let's get, oh, this bed's beautiful. Let's get it. This is a pretty bed. I said, it is beautiful, but we're not getting it. He said, why not? I said, because I know you're going to put your hat on it and your pants on it, and I don't know what else. It'll be a wreck in our bedroom. So we didn't buy it. We just got a trunk at the end of our bed. So anyway, let's look at what we've cooked here today. Let's take a bite of our toast first. It's soft. That's good. This plate is hot. Let me turn on my stove. Let's try our egg, our omelet. Maybe get a piece out of it, let y'all see. That's an egg omelet. Didn't take us but a minute. Doesn't it look good? What a good supper I'm having. Where's my napkin? You know, I have to use cloth napkins. I don't use paper napkins. These are old but soft and feel so good. And I just throw them in my washer when it's time to wash. And I don't have to spend money on napkins. Anyway, so if you don't have a cookbook, or if you haven't pre-ordered my coffee table book, it's called The Southern Mirror. The Southern Mirror. Then you can go to Brenda Gantt book.com and you can see them. BrendaGanttBook.com. And Gantt is spelled G-A-N-T-T. A lot of people didn't know how to spell it. Or you can call 833-839-6871. They're going to be here in November. I mean, the cookbook that you can already get. But the coffee table book, you have to pre-order that. And it'll be here in November, just in time for Christmas. So you can get Christmas, you can buy it and do Christmas shopping. Okay, this was saying my mama used to make us cinnamon toast with hot chocolate on a cold day. They're from Connecticut. Looks delicious. Sandy says, watching. Carolyn says, Carolyn Colson Miller. And there's Ann and May, spelling theirs with M-A-Y-E, May. As kids, I thought when we had breakfast or supper, we making the news. Listen. In the winter time, we had breakfast a lot at supper time, especially if Daddy went hunting. He would kill a squirrel or some mess of birds or something like that, and a rabbit. And Mother would soak those overnight in salt water in the refrigerator all night long. She'd salt the water real good and do it. And the next morning for breakfast, we had squirrel, hot biscuits, grits, gravy. Didn't have any eggs. That was all we had. Squirrel, hot biscuits, gravy, and grits. And we would put our gravy over the biscuits and over the grits. If it was summertime, like she froze some of them, and we were going to have a supper that night, we would have sliced tomatoes with it. We always had sliced tomatoes with breakfast stuff. I mean, that's just, if they were good, if they were in season, we had them. And if you ever put gravy over a tomato, it's so good. Y'all, I'm going to let you go. I've enjoyed being with you tonight, and thank you so much for following Cooking with Brenda Gantt, and thank you for your comments, and thank you for your likes, and for your encouragement, and I appreciate it so much. And I'm just like you. I get down too. I get down. And when decision-making time comes in, sometimes we just don't know what to do we? We have to decide on things, and it's not fun to have to decide, but we do have to make decisions in life. And my only suggestion is pray about it, because sometimes we don't know what to do. But we know that the Lord's in charge, and He'll help us to know the right way. Y'all have a wonderful night, and be blessed, and tune in to Cooking with Brenda Gantt. Tomorrow we're going to make some more biscuits, because I got to cook for some people, and y'all can just be with me, and so we'll do that. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. Love you. Bye-bye.